Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shazana Akila binti Zulkifli. My ID number is DA98040. Today I want to present about VARK learning style. Okay, before I start my presentation, I want to tell about introduction of VARK learning style. According to VARK model, there are 4 types of learning style, which are V for visual, A for oral, R for read and write, and K for kinesthetic. Identifying our learning style will help us to be more strategic while learning. Filming and meals in 1992 suggest for modalities that's called VARK that seem to reflect the experience of students and teachers. What is our learning style? Learning style means information enter your brain 3 main ways: sight, hearing, and touch. Which one you use the most is called your learning style. Okay, for visual learners learns best by converting and printed material into symbols. For auditory learners learn by actively listening to information. Okay, for read or write learners learns by reading and writing information. And for the last one is for tactical learners or kinesthetic learners learns by practical application of the information. The first one of VARK is V for visual learners. What is meaning for visual learners? Visual learners includes visual and real life example with notes whenever possible. They also ask and invite questions to keep students engaged in lectures. Have a student envisions the topic of discussion. They also provide outline and or a concept maps for taking notes. Besides, have a students draw picture images to illustrate key point. Now we go to the auditory learners. Auditory learners like talk to self often benefits from reading text around and using a tape recorder. Besides, sit where they can hear but need not pay attention to what is happening in front. The next is harm or talk himself or herself or others when bored. And the last one is encourage knowledge by reading aloud. That's are called about auditory learners. We go to the read or write learners. Read or write learners prefer to read or write information spoken. It also can absorb a lecture with little effort and need careful not to learn. Read and write learners also often avoid eye contact in order to conquer it. They also may read aloud to themselves. They also can writing will help them to remember and conceptualize. That's our call about read and write learners. To the last type of VARK is called about kinesthetic learners. Kinesthetic learners refer to people do best when they are actively involved. They have high energy levels, prefer to do rather than listen, lose much of what is said in a lecture, do well with a role play, are naturally good at sport and dance, do best with a hand-on approach to learning. have a hard time sitting and listening. That's about kinesthetic learners that we can see. Without wasting time, I want to tell about conclusion of VARK learning style. From the VARK questionnaire, a majority of students are kinesthetic learners rather than just auditory or visual learners. Less than 5% in each case study. Students learn from a variety of methods rather than only oral or auditory. Okay, the VARK model assists individuals to understand which learning style suits them best. The tools suggest can help individuals become aware of any barriers with their learning by making changes and improving their learning style. That's all.